What's going on? Thanks for checking out my next video on how to draw a face, and this time I will be drawing Kanoh Agito. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. Now I'll be showing the process of what I do, and usually when I'm drawing a face I always start with a circle, and then I draw a line in the middle, and then I draw the two lines up top for the eyes, and then also place the ears in. And those lines I see that you see on the side where I'm placing in the cheek, and it's kind of like the line goes from the ear all the way down to the chin, and it's kind of a way of indicating or spacing out and figuring out how far the mouth would go towards that section. So it kind of comes down like a triangle. And now for the nose, I kind of add like a box shape, and there's like a box shape between both of the eyes to come down. And especially since I'm going by reference looking at his face, it was pretty easy to get that box shape, since that's kind of like how his nose is anyway in the manga series. So right now I'm adding in a lot of the details, and in this phase it's you kind of go and wing it and throw in as much detail as you want, and throw in a bunch of different things. The way it shows on the bottom, where you see how the chin I made it a little bit too long, and then I kind of shortened the chin rather than having to erase it, because since I'm going over with the inks anyway, there's no point to kind of just keep erasing it and keep fixing it when I can just go over it with the inks and fix it that way. So right now I'm just adding in the hair, and for this I decided to kind of add the hair in, the strands first, before I started going into doing the rest of the hair, as far as the base of the head. And I'm working the muscles of the neck, trying to get those detail in for the shirt. And usually sometimes when I work in that hair, especially with the ones where the hair does come out like that, it's easier for me to just do the strands first. That way when you start adding in the other parts, you can kind of just go over with the black, and then later on go over the strands again with maybe like a whiteout or something like that, if you want to define those light marks. I'm getting in his little this crazy grin, and right now I'm just going into the inks, and I'm just figuring out where I want to place the inks and where I didn't want to have the lines originally that I had with the blue. Sometimes I may just go over the blue with the ink in a different area just to make slight changes. And I'm just darkening it up and adding in some detail of the hair. Same thing with the inks that I did with the pencils. I'm just going in through the strands first of the hair, working those in. It'll look kind of weird because you see just like little hair pieces, but when you start adding in the rest of it, it'll kind of fix itself up. And usually, I mean, only for the videos that I make, I always keep the page pretty straight. But usually when I'm inking hair or certain areas of the body and face, I'm usually rotating the page, which I may do in other videos, but I decided to keep this one strictly just face forward. But in future videos I may start rotating the page, because it's just easier to get the inks in and get the strokes in that way. And right now, and for the top of the head, the brush was kind of drying out, but I like the effect that it gave, and I just left it alone the way it is. There's no point fixing it. I mean, it's hair, so you kind of just you can kind of wing it as far as that. And I'm going in and adding in the inks to this little body shirt. And usually with the muscles, I'm just going over and finding where those dark areas are. Even though I didn't want to put too much cross-hatching into it, because I was going to go over it later with the markers anyway, which you have seen in the thumbnail. I'm kind of just adding in a lot more detail into it. And like with the other video, I'm not going to shade this one on here, because I'm just focusing on just the basics as far as drawing the face and putting it together. And also, if you haven't watched the show, check the show out. Has some crazy fight scenes. And that's it for now for this video. If you like what you see, want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe. All right, take care.